Yeah, it's Marcus Love for another episode of Talking After Dark. I got this from Forbes magazine. Actually, my brothers in the Black Man's Option, or BMO, our little group there, we were talking about travel. These are my fellow travel brothers. So, got it from Forbes through them first. So I got the credit for BMO, the little fraternity I belong to. Anyway, Talking After Dark, so we're going to get right into it. The future of air travel. They're expecting they get about 3 or 4 different agencies that are experts in travel. They study what the airlines are going to do after this COVID-19 crisis that we're going through. And these 3 to 4 groups, down here somewhere, they're already projecting what travel is going to be like in the near future. So they're saying up to 4-hour processes, check in to be disinfected, not just the people, but your luggage as well. And it goes all into things like using your passport, facial recognition, as getting boarding on the plane. Things like people only going to be able to drop you off outside the airport. If they're not going to, I mean, it's worse before 9/11. Prior to 9/11, we used to be able to walk our loved ones all the way up to the gate and wave them off as they fly away. And after 9/11, you know how it is. Once you get past checking in and everything and going through security, the people can't go in there with you. They got to say bye right there. Now that all the experts, all these companies that have been contracted to give a forecast of future travel, they're saying that when people drop you off at the airport, it could be this goodbye at the curb. You can't even get inside. It's something else, man. It is something else. I wonder what you guys' opinion is about that. All the delays and everything. I was talking to my girl about this earlier when I was reading this report earlier today, and it's like she read my mind. The first thing she said was, well, that's another way for them to control us. Hmm? And I'm thinking the same way of that's another way when they're going to look not just at facial recognition, but have a proof of vaccination. And a lot of people don't want to take this COVID-19 vaccination whenever it's going to be possible. Some people don't like vaccinations at all for their own reason. Some personal, some religious, some they say are based on scientific. Some people are just apprehensive and have a distrust for government-backed vaccines like this. And I can think off the top of my head going back to the Tuskegee experiment for like 40 years, from 72 to no, I'm thinking it's from 1932 to 1972. You guys correct me if I got my years mixed up, where they tested on these black military soldiers, and they just knew they had syphilis. They allowed them to go home to their wives and infect their wives for 4 decades. Not just being extreme, there's other cases where the Department of the Army, other departments, government agencies, contracted corporations that make these vaccines for profit, of course, but they always want us to take these things, and a lot of people are scared to take them. So anyway, not to get too far off track of the topic of people, what travel's going to be like. So say we're going to the airport and we're going on these trips. I like the African continent. I like going out South America. I just went to Brazil 3 months ago for the first time. I'm dying. That's a bad choice of words. I'm looking forward to going back down to Brazil, Rio, maybe Salvador Bahia, and I'm thinking those are like 10-hour flights, and just or more. If you're going to be connected and having a long layover, it'd be 10 to 16-hour flights just to get there, and all the hoops we got to jump through now. I mean, man, it's talking an estimated 4-hour wait. Well, I'm sorry, 4-hour process of getting checked in. For its the seating now. They're talking about instead of having 3 rows across, it may be just 2 rows across, or I'm sorry, maybe just a barrier, like the barriers you see up in the if any of you guys fly the airlines, like I know British Airways, Virgin America, Virgin Atlantic, they have those barriers in the business and first class, and the seats are like opposite each other. Head this way, feet that way. two across, or two abreast, pardon me. Same thing in the other ones. The rest of coach, they're thinking about removing that middle seat. I'm assuming they're going to remove the middle seat. I don't think they're going to keep 3 rows of seats and have barriers, make it more cramped. So they might just have more distancing for the passengers. So instead of 3, maybe down to 2. That's good. I like to have more leg room, more elbow room. Doesn't bother me. They want you to be able to have masks on while you're on the plane. They're going to offer it to you. Don't be surprised if they don't, charge you right there. Or they may add it to the cost of your ticket. It's all going to come back to the consumer, you, me. But I'm not going to stop it from traveling. I'm just looking forward to traveling again. But the hoops we got to jump through, though, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. These new these requirements just to travel, especially overseas. Do you think it's good? Do you like it? Do you think it sucks? Or maybe you're one of those people who are just indifferent about it because maybe you don't travel that much overseas or even domestically. Let me know. Talking After Dark wants to know about that. Alright? Y'all sub to this mug, man. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Hit that cash app. More importantly, for those that like to read fiction, hit up the Broken Ashy E-series. I got other books on there also. I'm just promoting them. I'm pushing my Broken Ashy stuff right now. But I got other novels on there also. So when you get a chance, look at that. Until then, next time, brothers, peace. Stay safe out there.